saw it. Those creatures coming out of the sea on that oil rig.
It's taking their minds. I saw them walk right into the sea.
As of today, we are at war.
Hello and welcome back to something different. This is XCOM we got at home. Now this is a Phoenix Point, and I have played through this game once before. Also, if you'd like to be a character in this playthrough, I've added a new role in the Welcome and Rules tab in my server, where you can click on the little letter emote at the bottom, and it will add you to a list. It'll give you a role, and I will randomly be selecting people from that role to become soldiers for this playthrough. I'll also be doing this for any future games where I want to add viewer characters to. I think this will be a more streamlined version of what I had before, so instead of having a chat just dedicated for viewer soldiers specifically for every game, I'll just have one role, and I'll just randomly pull from that role for any type of series I'm doing. I now have 3 new DLCs since I last played. So I played with the Legacy of the Ancients, Blood and Titanium, and Living Weapons, and those are neat. But now I also have the Chaos Engines, which I'm going to be 100% honest, just like right from the get-go. I actually have very little understanding of what these 3 DLCs add. I know people are not happy with, I think, both of these DLCs because they add apparently very annoying content. I think the Corrupted Horizons especially adds annoying content. I don't know. I've read through the DLC and what they add, and I've forgotten. But I'm also going to be adding 4 mods for this playthrough. One of the big things I noticed in my last playthrough was I didn't use vehicles at all. I tried a couple times and they just kind of felt garbage, and like you could kind of just use anything else and be better off. So my intent this time is vehicles are going to be easier to use. Like this mod makes it so they take up, I think, 1 space instead of however many they usually do. And now I'm not going to try to like cheese the game using this, because I know vehicles can be very strong. So I'm not going to try to like go crazy with this, and everything is subject to change. I'll get rid of mods if I feel like they're breaking the balance of things. But this is more with the idea of just trying to make me use vehicles more often, because I just never used them. And I really would like to use the vehicles. They seem very fun, they just didn't seem good. And then this slightly buffs them. It just kind of tweaks their numbers to make them a little bit more valuable. Now I will say I used the Mutadogs. They weren't particularly good, but I used it because I liked him. He was a funny little guy. But I wouldn't say it was worth taking with me, but I do like him. But yeah, so this mod, or this buffs both Mutadogs and vehicles, especially since one of the DLCs, as far as I'm aware, is all about vehicles, so I would definitely like to use vehicles this playthrough. But yeah, so these 2 mods are going to make it so I'm hopefully a little bit more prone to using them. This mod fixes a bug I'm not really sure I understand, but bugs are stinky and gross, so I'm fine with getting a tweak that makes it so the grenades work. I don't like the way this is labeled because this looks really bad. Super Cheats Mod Plus. What this actually does is so there's like, I think it adds 80 things, and I'm ignoring like 85 or 85. I'm ignoring 75 of the 80 things that they add. The things I actually want are increasing the augmentations to 3, and I'll get into that in just a second as to why. But yeah, I want to increase the augmentation limit because I think only having 2 is stupid. Venom Torso can use 2-handed weapons. If I remember correctly, the Venom Torso is basically it's the arm that gives you like a gun. The problem was the gun was garbage. Like you get like a gun built into your body, and I remember it being garbage. I really wanted to like it, but I didn't like it. I really tried, but it felt really bad. So this will hopefully make me actually want to use this. Removable mutations and augmentations. The reason I'm adding this is because I really want to experiment with just a lot of the content I never touched, because there's like 3 augments that I used in my playthrough and I didn't touch any of the other ones, because it was just like I read through some of them seem good, some of them seem awful, and I really want to try I want to use augmentations to their fullest. This is just another thing. It'll let me use augments more often. All mutations and augmentations can equip mounted weapons and mech arms. Again, this will just incentivize me to use augmentations more often. Don't get me wrong, some of the augmentations are really good, but I want to use more than just the same 2 I use every single time. So yeah, hopefully this will incentivize me to use some of the weaker augmentations, but for more interesting and unique ways that I wouldn't have before. And then everything else is just I didn't even bother touching. Everything I think is just how it would come vanilla. I don't know. I read through every one of these, but I'll be honest, I don't understand every change. But I'm like I said, I'm 90% sure almost everything else is just how it came vanilla. So the 5 things I really wanted is these. But yeah, so with these 4 mods out of the way, we can get into the settings. I'm obviously going to be using these DLCs. From what I understand, like I said, this is going to add more vehicles. This adds, I think, a couple things. I think it adds an enemy, a new unit you can make, and a new mechanic called corruption. And I like loosely understand how it works. I know your units can get corrupted, as that's kind of full stop. That's the extent of what I understand. I know people hate the corruption mechanic, so that should be very interesting to get to. And then Festering Skies, if I understand, adds a giant like behemoth creature and a flight thing, kind of like the XCOM, like the original XCOM, or not the original. The original remake of XCOM Enemy Within or Unknown or whatever. It adds a like little flight mini game, kind of like that when you go shoot down a UFO. I think it adds it kind of like that, except I don't fully know how it works. I've never played it. And then these other 3, for those of you who've never played this game before, living weapons just gives you like some weird bug weapons, and they're kind of neat. Blood and Titanium, I think, is just a mod or a DLC that makes it so you can augment your guys but with robot parts. And then Legacy of the Ancients adds like a late game mechanic where you can get like special ancient weapons, and they are just objectively better than everything, but they're like super late game, so it's fine. But yeah, those are the DLCs. If it isn't already apparent, like with XCOM, I'm very familiar with the game. I think, thanks to the series I've been doing on YouTube, I think I'm now finally up to 1,000 hours in XCOM 2. So it's safe to say I'm pretty familiar with that game, and I understand the majority of the mechanics. This game, I have 25 hours in. That might still seem like a lot, but it's not. It doesn't feel like it is. There's still a tremendous amount I don't know. So, you know, I know how to beat the game, but it's hard. There's a lot I don't understand. There's a lot I don't know, and I'm adding 3 DLCs to the mix, so this should be very interesting. I'll be playing on the veteran difficulty because the game will absolutely destroy me if I play on hero or legend. I'm not good at this game, or not good enough at this game to play on a higher difficulty. And rookie, I'm not a little baby boy, so I will be playing with veteran. And then as for these 2 settings, I will be playing with a prologue and tutorial just because it tells the story, and for those of you who haven't seen it, I will be trying to let you see what happens in the story. One last thing before we get started. I am going to put a poll in the description that I would very much love for people to vote on. And essentially what I'm thinking, the 3 things I'm going to put on there is how I augment my characters. So should I go for a all robot focus, kind of like where the Singularity series for XCOM, where I try to make my soldiers very robotic? Or should I go for a mutation focus where I make them all like weird crab people? Or should I just go in the middle and just pick whatever parts are good and make some weird disgusting hybrids that are arguably disgustingly overpowered? But yeah, I definitely won't get any augments this episode, I don't think. I think that's gonna be down the road a little bit, but I would definitely like to hear what you guys think. So if y'all want to vote, let me know if it's, like I said, all robot parts, all mutations or some mixture of the two. And just as a quick description of what that actually means for those who aren't familiar with the game, mutations are cheap, but they aren't as good as the augmentations. So mutations give you certain abilities, and they're generally, like, most of them are good. Augmentations are a lot more expensive, and they're considered stronger. It's like the mutations are basically just you can afford to give it to a lot of people. Augmentations are like the bougie premium augment, the very expensive parts you put on people that are very strong. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into it.
Sitrep is yellow alert. Other refugees are coming from the coast. 400 yesterday. The mist is coming fast. We need weapons, vehicles, and food. If there's anyone that can respond.
8, 3, 7.
We listened to the number stations every day. I took turns with Jacob, waiting for our signal. And finally, it came. A scarab got it too, its AI directing it to our rendezvous point. We had no news from Symes for many months. Did he send the activation codes? I was desperate to know what happened to him. The mutants were on the march again. Something was happening. If the mist was back, then it meant that the Pandora virus was mutating again, twisting the human form into new horrors. We needed to regroup, rebuild. But first, we had to get to that scarab.
Alright, so, oh gosh, I forgot. This game doesn't have the built-in... I'm so used to the XCOM mod I have where I can rotate my camera 90 degrees instead of, or 45 instead of 90. But whatever.
This is the rendezvous point. The scarab is waiting for us right over there.
Let's go.
Alright, so this is going to be a very hand-holdy tutorial, but this will kind of let us get through and learn some of the basic mechanics.
Target located.
So first off, this will let me point out some of the differences between XCOM and the game, or this game. So right there you saw me move a character, and we saw a character in Fog of War mid-move. So in XCOM, if you were to do that, that just means you're screwed and you're about to get your booty hole plastered by weird aliens and their probing devices. In this game, what's very cool is it will stop you. Now the problem is that applies to alien, or the weird mutant creatures. So yeah, being able to see an enemy in Fog of War and stop your movement now allows me to fire a weapon. So another thing is with XCOM, typically, like, you just see the screen like you usually do and you just hit shoot. Now I don't know if it's going to allow me to do it, but you do have, yeah, I'll demonstrate here in a moment. But so the weapons in this game is not an animation like in XCOM where you shoot a person and the bullets just go straight through an enemy and it's like, oh, you missed. In this game, the bullets, if they hit the target, they actually deal damage. If the bullets miss, you miss. So I'll explain the... Ouch. Also, you'll see right there I have limbs. And that actually plays a factor here. So if you lose an arm, you can't fire two-handed weapons. So like she'd be down to using only her pistol. So yeah, here we go, free aim. So in this game, also you'll notice the enemy is like facing away from us. That's actually, they're doing that on purpose. So with free aim, I can now move this reticle around and target wherever I feel like. And this kind of going back to what I was saying a second ago about the limbs, is that the enemies, you can disable limbs. Like, for example, I could destroy their pincher, and then he would lose the ability to use that melee attack. He does have this other arm, so I'm pretty sure he can hit you with that. However, if you destroy his arm, he might just be completely useless at that point. Dealing torso lowers... gives them bleed, lowers health, that kind of stuff. Legs lower their mobility. And then crippling the head. Hitting the head just does a tremendous amount of damage. And yeah, it does a couple other things like willpower, but that's a whole nother can of worms we'll get into in a little bit. So to explain this reticle, from how I understand it, and I'm pretty sure I have it correct, but basically you see there's two circles here. 50% of the shots are going to go within the blue circle, the inner blue circle, and then 50% of the shots are going to go on the outer circle. So you generally want to get as much of the circle in as you can. So like I could put my thing like here, but there's a decent chance some of my shots will miss. So in this case, since we will likely kill the enemy, I'm gonna just put it at center mass and let it rip. There we go. Very cool.
This must be the scarab.
Alright, so
It's seen better days, but it will have to do. Jump inside.
so in this, another thing to note is the actions. So if you do not move, every character has light 'em up built in. So I could just shoot right now a second time. You'll notice I have 4 actions instead of XCOM's 2. However, you'll see our movement range is drastically smaller. So I can use, let me show you. I can use an action to move. And then say I move to like here. That only uses a part of an action. That does not use my entire action. So I can still just keep moving. So you can keep just like inching along. However, now that I only have like half an action, I can only move. I cannot fire my weapon because that takes 2 action points. So in this game, it's still kind of the same flow as XCOM where you'll generally get a move and then shoot. But I can, like for example, with... Okay, with Jacob over here, I could inch out of cover, take a shot, and then inch back into cover. And that's another thing to note is that since the game has the that aiming system that's different than XCOM, it's no longer a % chance of whether you hit or not, it's whether or not you can see the target. And cover works a lot differently because of that. So small cover is useful. Your characters will duck down behind it, but you will still have part of your body sticking out and you can still take hits. But for the time being, I think we won't be able to see this guy anyway. Ooh, I think we might have line of sight. We'll scoot up. Ooh, but we found another guy. So, like I said, this is good because we can kind of tell where the enemies are, but I think we are still going to continue with our move and move up to here. So we could take a shot. It might be worth it. Yeah, we can't. Now, here's one thing that I do find a little annoying with this game is that you can't lean out of cover to take a shot. Like, in XCOM, I would definitely be able to see this guy from here. In this game, you definitely cannot do that.
Come get some.
But yeah, I mean, this is the tutorial. We'll just shoot, deal some damage, make him bleed a little bit. Might as well. And since these are all melee characters, honestly, we could just move forward since they can't hit us. And we'll just have you stand by because yes, I would love to end my turn. Ouch. Yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind is the enemies have mobility like crazy. They will go very far to whack you. Alright. So we have a couple targets to deal with now. And what I think I'm gonna do is have you fire twice. So right now the guy is point blank range and we can just dome this person 6 times and they will be absolutely clobbered. So that's exactly what we'll do. And now we have a pretty decent chance of hitting this guy. However, you can see this cover there behind is going to make that kind of tricky. Also, to give a little bit of clarity on what you're looking at with like the health bars and everything, each one of those arrows is a shot. So, like, hold on, can I get one that won't deal as much damage? I don't think so. Also, some spots have armor, like the pincer, so they're going to reduce damage. But, so, actually, look, perfect. At the top, you'll see the 6 shots won't actually kill if every shot landed. Whereas if every shot lands on the torso, I will get a kill. Now, will every shot land on the torso? Probably not. So instead, I think I'm going to go for the leg. Okay, we disabled their leg, so he's gonna have a lot less mobility now. Ooh, not having that 90-degree rotation is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, so both enemies are behind cover right now, so we can't see either of them. I think I'm going to move to here and just shoot over at this guy. And yeah, we don't have a terrific chance to see, as you can see, the further the enemy is away, the harder it is to get them within this reticle. So we're gonna take the shot anyway, because yeah, I say we should get the kill. Now this guy with a disabled leg should likely not be able to get to us, but we are gonna dip behind this cover just so he has to go all the way around it. And you just there, you saw him take quite a bit of bleed. Okay, yeah, he barely could move anywhere. So what's going to be the move here is we're going to scoot on up. And we are going to remove you from the face of this earth. Perfect.
Threat eliminated.
Alright, we'll just keep scooting forward. And scoot forward again. Now, something to keep in mind with this game is that... We'll call it here. We'll have you stay by in case she needs help, but no, she's good. Yeah, so something to keep in mind in this game is that, much like the original XCOM, you need to actually pay for like weapons and ammo and stuff. Like, so taking shots you don't need and missing shots is actually kind of bad. So you do want to make sure you're actually hitting your target. But it's not that expensive, all things considered. So it's not like the craziest thing in the world. You can pretty easily make ammo. It is just an expense you have to keep in mind.
After several hours traveling, the howling noises stopped, and then so did the scarab. I did a quick survey around our position while Jacob talked to the AI. There was an abandoned government reclamation station nearby. These places are usually good for scavenging supplies and equipment, but they often attracted desperate gangs. The AI gave us the reason for our stop. An emergency rescue signal from another Phoenix operative. We had a location too, right in the middle of that station. The Scarab made it clear that we should attempt a rescue before continuing with our journey. Despite no sign of the mutants, our comrade was clearly under threat. The Scarab's missile launcher would prove very useful. We've got visual on the building. The Phoenix operative should be close by. There are hostiles up ahead, so stay vigilant.
Alright. I say, where is our camera? Yeah, we already know how this works. Alright. I'm gonna need to see if... Let me look at options real quick, one moment. Alright, there we go. This is gonna be much better. In the options, you can go into gameplay and turn on free camera. So it won't be 90 degree, but I can rotate my camera as much as I want. So like I can do it little tiny increments. So that'll be hopefully nice. However, I wish it would rotate a little bit more. But for now...
Reporting enemy contact.
Okay, so in this we're going to be fighting some humans. They're going to be raiders. So I think we are probably just going to continue doing what we were going to do and dip behind this rock right here. It looks a little taller, so yeah, let's hop behind this. So you'll notice we're now ducking down, and here's a very good thing I was talking about earlier. So both of us are behind half cover. However, you'll notice my cover is... Oh, let me zoom out. My cover is drastically taller than his cover. So he is in half cover, but like look at how much of his character is sticking out. So I can very easily get several shots. In fact, I'm going to shoot him several times. This shows you that cover is not quite like XCOM, where you hop into cover and it's just a percent chance of them hitting you or not. In this, cover just kind of decides how your character is going to stand, really. So now we can move up to here, and we're probably just going to finish her off. Okay, yeah, we still have a pretty good chance to hit. However, some of our shots might clip the wall a little bit. I'm going to move our gun up just slightly so we have a decent chance of hitting the head. There we go. Yeah, we domed the head twice, it looked like. Alright, perfect. Oh yeah, now we got our friend here. Now, in XCOM, you don't have any kind of vehicles, but in this game you have tons of friends. Giant mechanical friends that can do all sorts of crazy stuff, like launch missiles, for example. However, right now we've already moved twice and we can't really do that. But I will move it to right here, and that's probably fine. I don't really want to send it forward and get it shot up if we don't know where the rest of the enemies are. So here we could move up to this cover we were talking about earlier, but I don't think I want to use this cover. So instead, we'll just keep moving this guy up. And that's important right there, is that our vehicle will destroy cover. I think we're going to move up to here. Oh yeah, here's a mechanic. It says a soldier in high cover might sidestep to shoot and then go back into cover. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, because I have struggled with that in the past, of getting it to actually target the thing I want them to target. But I'm sure I will figure that out in the very near future. I think we're going to chill here for now. Oh yeah, I can just hit enter, and I forgot. That's the thing. You don't have to use up everyone's action. Yeah, because you do want to be careful, because these guys have guns, and guns hurt, as you might be able to guess. So I'd love to get eyes on these guys. Oh, an ally. Okay, yeah, so we want to change up our actions here and start heading this direction. We want to go get our friend, and kind of like the civilians in XCOM, we can rescue them.
Ready.
So you can scoot on up to here, and you're gonna stand watch until our friend is here. I think what we're gonna do is Overwatch. Now Overwatch works very differently to how XCOM works. So with this, you have like a cone. Now, while you're in cover. Oh, I didn't know you. Oh, that might be new. I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty handy. It might also just be dumb. Yeah, we'll put an Overwatch kind of like, I don't know, this. So basically, it's like the ability that I can't remember the name of, Killing Zone, I think, in XCOM, where anything that enters this range will get shot. Now, granted, it only overwatches, I think you only shoot once? I don't remember. But we'll just do this and call it good. And I think, can I hit backspace? I can hit backspace to end turn. Fantastic. Probably should have moved the vehicle up, but I didn't. Okay, so here comes what looks like a sniper. Okay. Ooh, there's two bandits over there. So, yeah, so what that pop-up was saying is, like, right here I have a blue line to the enemy, which basically is just saying I can move and then also shoot this turn. Whereas if I do this, I will still have line of sight to the enemy, I just can't attack this turn. Alright, let's go get you first. Alright, very cool. So this is one of the new classes. Well, we don't have him. I believe both of these characters are the assault class, and then here comes our heavy. The problem is he has no gun. So we're gonna want to come hop up here, because I think that's where we get a gun. We do have to be mindful of not to get shot, though.
Here I come.
Yeah, we need more action points, so for the time being, we move up to here. I don't think the enemies will be able to flank and shoot us. However, if they can, that's going to be very awkward. Alright, let's zoom over to here. We're not going to take a shot for now, but that's okay. We'll just hide behind this cover and hopefully not get shot in the butt. And same deal, we'll scoot you over, and probably next turn we'll start taking shots at these guys. Okay. So this is basically just the grenade feature from XCOM. So we can just kind of launch missiles anywhere we want. Now, we obviously can't launch missiles into a building, but yeah, right now they are not going to be within range, but for the time being, we're going to just scoot you on over to I guess over here, I do want to be a little careful because those guys can and... Ooh, wait, I can't go through here. Okay, that's fine. I was just gonna put you in here and just artillery strike things from back here, but... yeah, that'll be good for now.
Here we go.
Okay, that guy does not have a sniper. That's good to know.
I can make
So first things first. Okay, yeah. We have a jetpack. So we can... Let's jump up to here.
Yes.
And acquire a gun. So this is big. This is important. We don't have a gun. Oh wait. Oh, so we're gonna need to put ammo here if I'm not mistaken, because we need to actually reload our gun. It does not cost, or it does not have any ammo in it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and reload. So that's actually something to note here. So let's bring up our backpack with one of the characters we already have. So you'll see Sophia here has it has a little indicator that shows we have a magazine in, and then we have one other magazine. So if we use up all of our ammo shooting random things and don't buy new ammo, we can actually be in a bad spot because our character just can't shoot. So that is something very important to keep in mind. Alright, let's artillery strike somebody. Oh wow, that might just kill him outright. Let's do it. That sounds fun. Perfect. Now, we probably should have shot this other guy, because they are a slightly harder target. But I didn't. So, yeah. Also, this cement barrier seems like pretty decent cover. We're still sticking out quite a lot, and actually it seems like we're sticking out a little bit more than I was anticipating. So I'm going to move our aim down a little bit to kind of center mass. Now, the problem with this shot right here is the fact that there's a decent amount of our shots that are probably just going to hit their gun. So we can actually destroy their gun and prevent them from being able to attack with it. But hitting their gun, if I'm not mistaken, does not deal damage to them. So I'm actually going to lower it down a little bit more and aim for their legs and crotch. Maybe, yeah, I'm going to aim for that. So this will put most of them in the reticle. Okay, yeah, we dealt most of our damage to the gun instead, which is unfortunate. Alright, we're going to scoot you over. And I don't think you're going to be able to get into a position that does too much for us. So right here we are in cover, but I'm actually second guessing this cover because of where we are. You can see that while we are in cover, there's a decent amount of us sticking out from this angle. So they would have a pretty clean shot on us. I think I am still going to take a shot. Yeah, we only got 2 shots on that. And then I'm going to back up. And you can just stay where you are. So reinforcements will be showing up in the near future. Actually, I'm not sure what our objective is currently. Wow, that is an interesting target. Not the one I would have picked, but kill all enemies. Alright, we can do that. So what's interesting now is he has a gun and can shoot. Now the problem is well, the problem is he's not... Yeah, let's scoot you over to cover. But the problem is the reticle for this... Oh, wow. Okay, yep. You apparently cannot see this guy. For the heavy weapons, the reticle is very large. It's not accurate at all. I think we just blow you up. Okay, that's pretty solid. We'll just scoot you on forward. Now, I wish I could hit tab like I could in XCOM to just kind of like switch to my next character while things are moving, but whatever.
I can make a difference.
I think technically that's actually a mod, so but something to note here is there is willpower. Now I don't actually remember where that is. But yeah, your characters do have willpower, and if they lose all their will, they panic. So let's jump to... Let's jump to here. This will get him kind of closer, and... Yeah, I think you can stay there for now. Sophia... And scoot, we'll move all the way up to here. Then you... Let's move up to here. This should be decent cover, I think. Ooh. Wait, no, is that the enemy we already knew about? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we should be pretty secluded behind this cover here. I think we'll be okay. Ooh, you actually might get shot by him. We'll leave you here for now. I think you'll be okay. Oh, you're totally gonna get shot. Unless... Okay. So you're kind of far away. You're not gonna be able to do much this turn. You, however... now, it's worth noting that shooting with this gun takes 3 actions. So that is something we need to keep in mind. Now, I don't know. I do like the heavies, but I just also don't love... I feel like their guns are kind of sketchy, because, like, they take a lot of action to use. You can't move very far, and they're not accurate. So, I don't know. I like them. I just don't use them super often. However, right here you notice...
Ready to engage.
That we're not gonna deal a lot of damage to this guy. We can shoot him when we'll probably hit him with every hit, but we're not gonna deal a lot of damage because he is armored to the teeth. Now we could go for headshots, and that's gonna deal some decent damage, but it's not gonna deal that much, all things considered. Is there any way we can arc a rocket in here? Because that would probably help. We could hit him, but I don't know how much that will do for us. Let's see if we can scoot forward before taking our shot. Okay, let's see. We could try to just destroy you. Ooh, you're kind of armored up too. Or maybe it's just because it's not like the center mass. Like, okay, yeah, so it looks like the closer they are to the center of the blast is how much damage they'll take. Okay, so maybe we can try to do this. Get some damage out on this guy. Because, yeah, he's very armored. So here's hoping these shots will land where we need them to. Ooh, and neither shot landed there. That is tragic. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need you to jump down here and take a shot, I think. Yeah, we still need you to take this shot. Alright, so... We're gonna move our aim up a tiny bit, and... Perfect. Alright, all 3 shots landed. So yeah, he's dazed. They only have 1 action point and less accuracy. So, he will probably only get to fire with his pistol. Soldiers... Oh yeah, okay. Now that being said, though, I'm still not sure if you can...
Finger on the trigger.
I don't think we really got rid of his armor. We just lessened it. But we can probably get a kill here, though. Let's take a shot. Oh, I think some of our shots went into his gun. Yeah, we'll take a second shot here, I think. Okay, there we go. So I got rid of that guy. Now, the problem is the other person is still alive, and there's actually another guy I didn't realize. We're gonna do something stupid. Let's run over to here and grab their gun and then run into cover. So you can loot enemies in this game, and that is something to keep in mind, because sometimes you can pull some pretty good stuff. Like this gun we grabbed is not going to be particularly good, but it means it's 1 less gun we have to make ourselves. So you are almost assuredly going to get shot. So let's dip you into that cover there. Interesting. Ooh, buddy.
Standing by.
That is a horrible spot for you. What are you doing? That is an awful location. You are
Ready, willing, and able.
gonna get murdered. So let's move you up to here and see if we can't see this person around the corner. Oh, they have Overwatch. Ow, 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 ow.
That's how you
Youch. Okay, well there you see our armor helped quite a bit. And for some reason he turned around, so a lot of that damage went into our back instead of our head, so that's probably good. However, we can't actually see this guy for some reason. This is one thing I did not like about this game, is that they shot us, we can't shoot them though. Because your character will not lean around this. So we might have to change what we're going to do about that here in just a sec. But for you...
Hostile.
Yeah, for you, however, I would very much like to murder you. And we should have a very easy time doing that. Fantastic. Now, something to note here is that this may or may not count as cover, but you can definitely shoot past that cover.
Ready.
So I don't think we're going to get into a good position here to do much. And the problem is they're in a pretty good spot, so I think we're going to have to back you off. Let's move you to this corner for now. I don't suppose we can get a rocket in here. Not without hitting our friend, so I don't think that's the move. Let's just scoot up.
I'm prepared.
Let's move to here.
Let's go.
I think we're gonna call that good. Can you dip back into cover? Yeah, you can. That way they're gonna have a hard time no matter where they move actually hitting us.
My turn.
Very interesting. Yeah, the enemy AI in this game is interesting. I don't suppose you can arc over here. But you wouldn't be able to shoot anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. I think what we're actually gonna do is just bombard this man with rockets. That's the easiest solution. Oh, one of our shots missed. And we're out of ammo, so no more rockets. Okay, that means it's time for you to finish the job. But that's fine, you're in a terrific spot to finish the job. We're gonna move right on next to this man, aim straight at his head execution style, and execute him.
Omar, is it? Glad you found some gear, because you're gonna need it. Now you're part of my squad.
Alright. Very cool. Now, we should get a sniper too pretty soon.
After the battle, the Scarab resumed its course towards our base, struggling through the rough terrain. Strange growths were contorting the road, smashing against its armor. It wasn't long before it took one too many hits. The engine gave a loud crack, and the AI went dark. We had lost a valuable member of the team. We knew we were close to our destination, but we didn't know what we would find there. If we were to advance on foot, we had to exercise extreme caution. Approaching the base, we heard gunshots. Jacob and Omar took positions by my side. What was going on inside? A bandit ambush? Or something much worse? Following Phoenix Protocol, we readied our weapons. It is time to reclaim our home. Tread lightly. There are hostiles up ahead. Let's get rid of them and clean up this mess.
Alright, so here's another interesting mechanic of the game is, so this is actually, okay, cool. Yeah, this is actually a Phoenix Point base. This is kind of like our XCOM bases. However, just like the retaliation mission, the base mission at XCOM when they attack you and you have to defend, you can get those a lot more frequently here, which is something I do like, because I do like the base defense mission in XCOM. I think it's really cool playing inside your HQ. So you will, like I said, definitely get these around in this game.
Target located.
Okay, so we immediately see
I'll be right there.
disgusting worm. These things are annoying. Not like they're not that bad, but they're kind of hard to hit because they're so tiny. Like, so they're not that bad. Like, they're very easy to deal with, as you just saw, but their very small hitboxes can make it difficult for some of our beefier guns to actually land hits. For the time being, I think we're just gonna see you over here, and we'll call that good.
No visual, but I can hear commotion coming from the hangar. We must investigate.
Was that? I think that was a sniper I just heard. Ooh. Yeah, one of the worms I think just exploded. Alright, let's get in here.
Rolling
on.
out.
Alright, we found a friend. A friend who has a lot of poison on them. Good lord. Alright, we're coming to get you, friend. Oh, do you have a medkit on you, I just realized? Yeah, you do. Fantastic.
Ready.
Okay, you two are gonna go secure the hallway, though. Let's send you in first. We probably should have sent her to go help, so you've been closer, but we didn't.
I'm on the move.
Okay, we don't see anything, so I'm gonna just sneak on up to here.
Rolling out.
And you... come on.
I'm here.
You can scoot up to here. That's probably not good cover, but whatever. We're here now. Hey, will you... I was gonna say, can you come towards us? That'd be great, actually. Let's hope this guy survives until we get over there.
We've got a poison worm situation. Somebody get a med kit.
Alright, yeah, let's, we're gonna scooch on up to here. Get access to this character, and then we are also going to...
Receiving loud and clear.
Ready, willing, and able.
Oh god, I hate that voice. Oh, yeah, we're gonna use the med kit on our friend
Come on,
here.
toughen up.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about this game is the voices are terrible. Like this dude, I will guarantee change his voice this first chance I get, because him just being like ready, willing, and able every time you move him, it hurts my soul a little bit. We are gonna loot this, and a pistol. Pistols are very handy because they only take an action to shoot, but they don't deal a tremendous amount of damage. We also found a grenade. A new med kit, sure, why not? We'll probably give that to our friend here in just a moment. In fact, I think we might just... we'll just carry it. We'll figure it out later. I think we're going to swap out our medkits. We'll do this for now. So now we have a pistol, and I think we are going to reload it.
I'm going in.
But yeah, having a pistol on hand...
Steady. Take overwatch positions and wait for them to come.
I love that they're like, yeah, in a difficult situation, save scum. We should probably give the pistol to him, actually, in hindsight, just because that way he has something to shoot when he's not using his gun. Now, we should be able to exchange items here. So she reloaded it, and we're gonna just go ahead and plop it right here. So now he has a pistol. The problem is I don't think he's proficient with a pistol, so he's not very good at it. Also, he used too many actions, so he can't do anything right now.
Ready, willing, and able.
So our snipers are kind of fun because they have really small reticles. So they can land some shots at pretty decent ranges. I don't think we're going to be dealing with any ranged enemies at the moment, so I'm just going to move her straight down the hallway. Alright. Well, let's hope we don't get poison wormed here. So that would be awkward, because two of our guys are right next to each other. We could not overwatch, because we were out of actions. Okay, cool. So you are just going to spend all of your time zooming on over here. You can... Honestly, you should be able to shoot this guy. Now, here's the thing, is they're using their pincers kind of cover. Now, we can deal a lot of damage to their pincer, and that would prevent them from doing much damage to us, but it might not get the kill. So we're going to aim slightly off to the side and get their haunches in our range. Okay, there we go.
Perfect shot.
Got the kill. And then we'll have you take point. Yeah, we'll have you take point with a pistol. Okay.
Receiving.
Let's move up. I think we will Overwatch. Yeah, we want to not put our friends in Overwatch because friendly fire is 100% something in this game. We'll do something like this, so he fires when they get a little closer. Let's have you move up and catch up with our friends, and now our team is all together. Huh, I wonder why we can see that. Let's scooch on up. And we do want to be a little careful. Also, yeah, her firing a sniper rifle does take 3 actions, just like our heavy weapon. However, the main difference is, so the heavy weapons deal a lot more damage, but as you can see there, the reticle is quite a bit bigger. So let's use this box as an example. Like, yeah, it's kind of big compared to our sniper, which is like zeroed in here. Now obviously a sniper is going to be more accurate, so I mean, go figure. But I found I like snipers more in this game than the heavy weapons, just because typically a sniper is not going to be moving a tremendous amount anyway, so them not having a lot of movement I felt was okay. Yeah, we're just going to move on up.
I can make a difference.
We'll have you go over here. I don't know if you can actually grab anything this turn, but it is decent cover. Some grenades. Not enough actions, right? Unfortunate. Whatever, that's fine. And then you...
Ready, willing, and able.
Hate that voice. I hate it so much.
Moving in quick.
Ooh, yeah, we're gonna change that immediately. Also, I forgot to mention in the beginning, so I'll probably add it in post, but I think I want to do viewer soldiers again with this game. Oop, okay, poison worm. We're gonna move back. We don't have enough actions to shoot, and I don't want to get blown up. I don't think anyone has an action to do anything, so yeah, we're just going to chill. Okay. Oh, I hate mine fraggers. I hate them so much. These things are basically just head crabs. They will run up and jump on your face, and they're the bane of my existence. I despise their existence. So I think I'm gonna have you actually Overwatch over here, because you will likely hit the mine fragger pretty easily, I like to think. Is this within your line of sight? Yeah, it's kind of in your line of sight. I'd rather not you snipe our friend here in the back. So neither of these are melee or ranged units. So I think we're gonna take another Overwatch here in just a sec. Okay, we will shoot that guy. And then we're gonna Overwatch over this box. Come on, work with me. There we go. Do something like that, and then we're gonna move you up to...
Ready, willing, and able.
I think if we move you... Yeah, this shouldn't be... This is out of range.
I'll be right there.
So you won't get shot in the side by our friend. We're gonna Overwatch you too, because I really don't want to deal with a mine fragger. Yeah, basically what they do is they will hide out of sight like this, and then just sprint up and grab your face and eat it. They are annoying, and I do not enjoy their existence. Alright, we will go ahead and just grab all this stuff. Also, there's an encumbrance system, so I believe it like halves your movement speed or something if you get over encumbered, but that is something to keep in mind. We don't really have a good spot to move you up to where you can Overwatch as well, but we will move you up. And I guess you're not going to be shooting this turn anyways, or whatever. Alright, so we should be able to Overwatch and kill this thing as it runs the corner. Perfect. That's what I want to see. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think it goes in order of who Overwatched first, maybe? I'm not really sure on that. So we're still
I'm on
not
the
dealing
move.
with any ranged enemies, so I'm just going to round the corner and execute this thing. Because I want it dead. I don't like your existence. Your weird, gross, disgusting mouth. I think we're gonna be a little careful about how we push up, because like I said, I do not want to get head humped.
Going in.
And like I said, this isn't great cover, but no ranged enemies. I don't have to worry about it too much. There's the mine fragger, and we'll kill it perfect. That's why I overwatched. It's because I had a sneaking suspicion one of those little gremlins are going to be nearby. So it looks like we're going to have to go up, because this wall is covered. So let's do exactly that. The only problem is, I feel like I heard an enemy over here earlier. It's sketchy coming all the way up here, so now we're gonna come down. If there was an enemy, it hopefully would have moved by now. It probably would have heard us and come to attack.
The door is shut.
Okay.
So we'll have to use those ladders. Go, go, go!
I'm way ahead of you. Okay, we're just gonna stack up here. This could technically be a bad idea if the enemies were any form of advance, because AoE is king, just like in XCOM, but neither of you can make it up this ladder. That's unfortunate. Please. Okay. Where can you go to? Oh, you are... Oh, I think because you're carrying so much stuff, you can't move very far at all. Okay, that's how that works. Okay, well, you also can't make it very far. We're just gonna move you guys up a little bit. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've played this game, so it is good to kind of see how some of these mechanics work. We might be able to jetpack up. However, that won't do us any good right this second, so we're not going to bother. Okay, you have a pincer, so that's good to know. We don't have to worry about you
I can make a difference.
eating us with a gun.
Ready, willing, and able.
See, we can technically shoot him from here, but it's not a great line of sight. We'll scoot over to here and see what our shot is looking like. So this is also something to note. Oh, there's a console command. Interesting. But yeah, this is something to note. So I could just click shoot and go with whatever they're doing by default. But as you can see, this is a really garbage angle. Why would I ever do that? So I'm going to kind of take manual control and put it right about here. So most of our shots are going to miss, but a good amount of them should hit. Yeah, so we hit with quite a few of our shots.
For now.
Then we just need to land like a shot to finish you off. So we're going to move up, take a shot. Guess at your nub. It's like the best angle, I think. Oh, there we go. We hit the nub.
Hostile destroyed.
Let's get you guys up here.
Moving in quick.
And then we'll bring you on up here. We never did check this chest, but someone should look into it once we get the opportunity.
Ready, willing, and able.
Yeah,
Rolling out.
let's go over here and take a peek inside. Okay, more loot. We'll grab that here in a moment.
Receiving.
Yeah, let's... I'm curious if this stuff will just stay here. Ooh, the problem is, yeah, we're gonna eat into our mobility by grabbing all of that, I think. I'm actually surprised we can't see anything from up here.
I'm prepared.
But these high ground, like these rafters, are a terrific spot for snipers to sit at.
I can make a difference.
Oh, you know what? I think we heard a guy, but we haven't heard any shooting recently, so I think he got mine fragged. Let's do a little bit of an Overwatch Like, right. Ooh, I think our sniper's gonna be kind of in the way. Can we move you over? I'm gonna actually pull you over to here. Because I think the only way up is this ladder. And so we're gonna just do this.
Nothing's getting past me.
And then we're gonna move you up. And do the same thing. We're just gonna overwatch right here. Because things are probably gonna come up this ladder. And they're probably gonna try to eat us. Oh, you're out of actions. Unfortunate. Alright, whatever. Oh, I didn't try to make it up here.
I'm prepared.
Let's jump down to this.
Somebody bash that thing off his face.
So, we have a friend here. But... okay, we need to get close enough to whack him. Let's move over to here. And this is gonna hurt the person underneath a little bit. But we remove the head hugger. And now, oop, that's not what I meant to do. We now have a new friend here. Very cool.
Ready.
We still need to kill more enemies, and I don't know where they are at the moment.
In quick.
But I think we now have a full squad. Or not a full squad, but we have a pretty respectably sized squad that we'll probably be using for the majority of the game.
I'm prepared.
We're gonna spread out a little bit and try to see what is down here.
Rolling out.
Oh yeah, I was saying earlier, I don't think I mentioned it in the beginning or like the intro. Ooh, there's a guy way over here. What does he have? Okay. But I want to do, I think I'll probably do viewer soldiers for this. Because, I don't know, I thought it was neat doing that last time for XCOM. But what I think I'll do differently this time around, actually, I am going to leave you right here. What I'm going to do differently this time around is I'm just going to have a thing you can opt into. Ooh, this is going to suck. I think we're about to get slapped. I'll just have like something on Discord that you can react to. And if you react, I'll effectively put you into the pool. And if you are in the pool, I'll just use you as like a soldier. That way, we won't worry about like customization and everything. Because one, the customization in this game is kind of bad, I'm not going to lie. But two, it'll make it a lot easier for me to do that. Also, let's take one of you out with a sniper shot. And then for you, we'll just have you light this guy up. I might miss a shot. Okay, no, we're good. However, if we did miss a shot, we could switch to our pistol and finish him off. So that is one benefit to having a pistol. There's still enemies alive. Is the one down here still alive? Let's overwatch this.
I'll keep my eyes open.
And we'll have you move up to here. But yeah, like I was saying though, I'll probably do it that way. Just have it so you can react to something, kind of like the gaming tag and movie tag and all that stuff I already have on there. And this way, people can still get involved, but there isn't the worry about people not getting the things they wanted. Like if a person puts a bunch of time in customizing their character and wants it to be a certain way, and then I don't need a soldier of that type, I'm not worried about that. I can just put the soldier in as whatever I need it to be. So yeah, it's basically just a little bit less stress on my part, and it makes it easier to just make sure everyone gets added.
Kills confirmed. Phoenix, welcome home.
Alright, we cleared out the base, and now we actually do have our HQ. I think this is a cooler way of giving you your base than just kind of you starting with it. I think it's kind of cool, like going in and clearing it. All right.
The reclamation of Phoenix Point was just the first step on our path ahead. A desperate fight against an overwhelming foe, and only a handful of friends to help. But if this base could withstand the attack, then so could we, and so could Symes. If our leader was somewhere out there, we had to re-establish contact, no matter the cost.
The Phoenix Project was founded on October 24th, 1945. The Second War to end all wars was over, but there were those who understood that we could no longer afford to think in terms of nations and empires. For a time, the Phoenix Project successfully navigated the political conflicts of its era. That was our golden age. Phoenix Project operatives scoured the world for clues. We had bases in 24 countries. Even the heavens were not off limits. But out there, on the far side of the moon, began our downfall. The failure of the Phoenix 2 mission exposed us to our enemies in the UN. Stripped of resources and scattered to the winds, we were reduced to a secret, a memory. When the Pandora virus woke up, we should have been the first line of defense. When huge clouds of mist appeared over the sea, when people started vanishing, we should have figured out what was going on. And when those people started coming back, changed, hostile, alien, we should have been ready to fight, but we failed. The ecosystem started to change, imperceptibly at first, then faster and faster. 3 factions arose. New Jericho, trying to restore order and purity. Sinedrin, hoping to build a world without hierarchies. And the disciples of Anu, a new syncretic religion dedicated to adaptation and biological change. At war with the world, and at odds with each other, these factions cannot find a way forward. Now the mist is returning, and armies are rising from the sea. Without the Phoenix Project, humanity will fall. It's time to rise from the ashes.
All right, so this brings us to the base mechanic. Oh, there we go. Honestly, I couldn't move my camera. So it looks like we're down in South America, which is probably fine. I don't think there is any tactical advantage to being any one particular location. But there's a lot to look at here. So I'll quickly run through what everything means. Up here, we have 3 different resources. Everything needs food. Yeah, hiring people and feeding soldiers. People need to eat. Then we have materials and tech. Both of these are used to make different things. Like, I think materials are basically used for, like, this is like your primary currency. And then tech is more so for higher tech items. So, like, fancier weapons and all that kind of stuff. It'll probably be a higher tech cost, whereas materials you use for almost anything. Up here is the amount of soldiers we have and the space we have to house them. So we can only have 3 more soldiers before we run out of space to house them, which personally I feel is kind of lying, because like you saw how big our base is. We could fit a lot more than 8 people in there. Over here is we have vehicles, but we have no bay to put a vehicle, and our vehicle exploded. Here we have aircrafts, and we have 1 currently. And then lastly we have capacity, or basically our storage. And then down here at the bottom, we have a tremendous amount of things that we can't look at, 90% of it. So let's look at our bases. So kind of like XCOM, where we have the different buildings you can build, you have them kind of here too. And you have power and all that, kind of like XCOM. So we're going to repair our facility, and it's going to cost us some resources. That's fine. It's going to take 10 hours to do so. But each one of these buildings are going to do different things. Store is a place to store stuff. Access link, I think that is effectively your front door. It's like the elevator. You have a living quarters, which just makes it so we can store more soldiers. Medical bay, so we can heal the soldiers. Research lab, which You guessed it, research. Energy generation, or generator makes stuff. Fabrication plants, I believe this makes us... This is where we use supplies to build things. And then lastly, we have a satellite uplink, which I don't actually remember what that does, I'll be honest. But then there's other things. I think we can clear out... No, I think these rocks are just like we can't build there. But we can build things here later. We just don't have the ability to. So now brings us to this menu right here. So we can change the speed at how fast we pass time. So this is slow. And you can see that, well, it's pretty slow. I played a lot on the fastest speed. Oh, okay. So also, I think the radar allows you to see missions within range of you. But we're going to hop over here and we can do a couple things. We can edit our unit, and this is going to give us access to a lot of stuff. So we can dash, which will use up some of our willpower, but it'll let us... Basically, it uses one action to move further. This would give us better damage and better accuracy, but dash is so good. But that accuracy buff would be kind of nuts. That's a hard one. Yeah, dash is really, really good, though. I think we have to go for dash. It's kind of like a run and gun. Ooh, actually, we can get both. All right. It's going to eat into our points, but I think it's worth it. Because flat 10% damage buff right from the get-go, that's strong. And then a 20% accuracy bonus, like that will make him a pretty good shooter. Let's go look at Sophia as well. So bonus stealth and 1 speed. I don't care about the stealth. 1 speed would be actually really nice. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, we can also boost our stats. I forgot. We're going to grab dash. And I don't... 25 for that versus increasing our speed here. So I don't think we're going to grab this right now. That's not really my worry. I'm going to instead put 1 point into speed. And that'll be fine. Now, we do have a bunch of stuff down here. I'll show you. Let's go back to Jacob. First things first. Oop, hold on. Let's go back to personnel, actually. Yeah, first things first. We are going to change his voice.
Ready to roll.
I don't know. That's fine. I don't really care. I just need it to not be voice 4 because...
Ready, willing, and able.
This voice is awful. This is truly a terrible voice.
Receiving.
So I don't care what voice it is. I just need it to not be that one. But yeah, we have some cool fancy armor. I don't think it actually is better than what we start with. I don't think. Let me check. Oh, it is actually better. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and give him the green one, just because I think that's what I did last time. So yeah, he'll have this cool fancy armor, and we'll give him the fancy laser gun. So this is Synedrian laser rifle. So kind of like you heard earlier, there are 3 factions, and the Synedrian ones have laser weapons. New Jericho has... I don't know how to explain it. It's like gauze weapons, I think would be a better way to describe it. So they're not as accurate, but they hit really hard. And then there's a 3rd faction that I don't remember what they have. New Jericho, I think they have like... They more focus on like utility, I think. I don't actually remember. Huh, yeah, it's been a very long time. I actually do not remember what they do. But yeah, for the time being, we're just going to go with this setup for you. And then for our friend Sophia, we're going to give you the other armor. And then give you the fancy laser gun. So these are going to be more accurate. I think they deal slightly less damage, though. 30 damage versus... Oh, no. Actually, they deal the same damage. But I think their accuracy is a little bit better. Effective range is the stat we're looking at. So effective range is 32 versus the effective range of 25 for this thing. So yeah, I think it is just more accurate. And it has the same burst, so it still fires 6 shots. Still the same 1 shred. 2 action points to fire it. Ammo capacity is actually higher. That's good to know. And then weight's the same. So yeah, it's basically just a upgrade. But yes, that is unit upgrading. There you can... So she's right now just an assault character, but you can get a second tree, which will make them, well, a different class. And you can, like, multi-class. So once you get to level 4, you can do new class, and that will allow you to, like, for example, say I want her to also be a sniper. Because I don't actually remember what trees get what perks, but say I want a perk from the sniper tree, or an example, you can give a sniper the heavy class because the heavy can wear the chest armor that gives you the jetpack, and so giving a sniper that will allow them to fly up to high ground and then be able to like shoot down. So that would be an example. Or an assault with, I don't know, one of the other classes you get later, like the melee character. I think is supposed to be a really good one because I think rapid clearance. Yeah, rapid clearance gives you 2 action points every time you kill an enemy. And then for the melee proficient class, that's really, really powerful because you just run in, kill a thing. And it's like Reaper, but arguably significantly better. There's a few more things we'll take a look at. We now have, if we go back into our bases, we now have a working vehicle bay, which means we can actually take off with our aircraft that we can't see, the Manticore. So we have 5 of our 6 people here. We don't have a 6th person, but you know what I mean. So now we can do a little bit of exploring. So in this game, in XCOM, you just kind of scan, missions pop up, so on and so forth. But in this game, you will find locations like this. So we will go ahead, fly over this, and yeah, okay, sure. We are going to explore it. Alright, now that we have explored it, we now see that it is a scavenging site. So, you might remember me saying that, or in the previous XCOM series I was doing, you might remember me saying that there's like a mission type that you do a tremendous amount of. This would be that mission. You do this mission type a lot. You do this a lot. I got burnt out on this mission type very quickly, but for now I'll show it, and at some point during the series I might stop showing these because they happen frequently, but we'll figure that out. So for now, we are just going to use everyone we have. Ooh, actually, we probably want to make sure no one's carrying any excess gear. Okay, perfect. No one has anything that we don't need. So everyone has a med kit and a weapon and at least 1 piece of ammo. So I think what I'm gonna do. Ooh, our pistol went to this guy. I kind of want to give the pistol to our heavy. The problem is he's not proficient with a pistol. That could cause issues. Also, you'll notice we have a tremendous amount of things in here. Yeah, we have a lot of things in here. And I'll go over some of these as we come to them. But for now, we'll go ahead and find... I think one of these is supposed to be... Yeah, one of these looks cooler. So I'm going to use this one. It's the exact same type as all the other body armors, but I think this one just looks neat. It might be slightly different, I don't know. But all I know is it gives me like Doomslayer vibes. So we do have a couple weapons we can choose from. We are already using the automatic cannon. Then there is the heavy cannon, which... I'm trying to remember how this one works. I think... Oh, it's single shot. Okay, yeah, this is... Oh, no, these are all heavy cannon. Okay, yeah, no, these are the shotgun then, I think. These are not the slug launcher thing. So, if I'm not mistaken, this just basically is a shotgun. It shoot gun. But I don't think we're going to want to carry anything else with him. I think that's fine for now. I don't think we get any cool gear for you. Yeah, we'll give you this one. It looks snazzy, I think. Now, something to note real fast before we get into this. So, different armor does different things. So, for example, this character has sniper armor. This person has assault armor. And then our Omar here has the heavy armor. So, those do different things. So, for example, the helmet for the sniper gives you a 8% accuracy bonus. Whereas the assault doesn't gives you a 6%, and then the heavy actually has an accuracy reduction. So something we can do is come in here and give him a sniper's helmet instead of the helmet he was already using. It's going to be less armored, and it can be a little troublesome for having someone, on the front. Having somebody up in the front getting shot in the face can suck, but having that accuracy bonus is going to be kind of nice, because it's going to make it so he's not completely inaccurate. And I'm pretty tempted to give him sniper legs as well. Yeah, I think we're going to give him sniper legs for the time being. Like, yeah, he's not going to be as armored, but he's going to be... You can see down here we have a +4 to our accuracy now. So instead of being at the minus whatever we were before, we're semi-accurate, and we still have our jetpack. So this is going to give us some options. Also, I think you can customize, and yeah, you can do all this kind of stuff, but we're not going to focus on that right now. But I think other than that, we're in a good spot. I'm going to leave everything else, and we will deploy again.
Those crates contain valuable materials, so grab everything you can. This place will be crawling with mutants any minute now.
So she is not joking. Okay, yeah, here's what I was talking about earlier. 100% of your shots will land in the outer circle. So that's all of your bullets will land in here, and then 50% will land within this inner circle. So, yeah, it's good to get this outer circle completely on an enemy if possible, and then this inner circle you can guarantee damage with. So the problem with this... Also, we already immediately see a new critter. So, the objective here is just to grab as many things as we can and leave. That is all we're here to do. The problem is things are going to start spawning very quickly. So we probably want to get you... That's great. Oh, there's the will points. They're down in the bottom left. Yeah, we want to get you as far forward as possible. So let's, I think, move up to here. And then we're going to jump right to here, actually. And hopefully next turn you can start working on this thing, because we don't want this thing being alive. Alright, so this is gonna... Alright, not enough actions. This is like a little resource pack. This will give us materials. But yeah, we want to start shooting this thing. We don't want this thing being alive. It's gonna create smoke, or like a cloud of nonsense that we don't want to deal with. Probably go for the mist head, I would say. Ooh, but that has 20 armor. Anywhere? Okay, no, it all has 20 armor. Alright, yeah, shoot the mist head. For a pretty considerable amount of damage, I think. We're just gonna scoot slightly forward. That'll be your action. So let's see how your aim is doing now. Oh no, it's the other guy, I think, who will mind fragger. That is a problem. I don't think they're close enough for it to be an issue right this second, but we're definitely gonna need to pay attention to that. Okay, it might create mist before we can finish killing it, which would be unfortunate. I don't think they have any ranged units right now, so we're not going to worry too much about that, and we're just going to move up. What's your aim like now? Okay, your aim is, I think, slightly better than Sophia's. So we killed this thing before it had a chance to do anything. That's terrific. That's exactly what we want. I'm going to scoot an inch forward. Okay, so I guess this is a good time to point out. So we saw the, I can't remember what they're called, the fellow with the claw arm. There's like, I think 2 or 3 base type enemies. So there's Tritons, the crab fellows we saw earlier, and I think there's a 3rd type. The thing is, these creatures will change as the game goes on. So this type does not appear to have any weapons, but these guys later in the game will be more focused on long-range combat and, like, stealth. But I think he's just going to run up to us and try to whack us. So we don't have to worry about it too much right this second. Now we should probably start planning on how to get as much gear as we can. So I'm going to send you left. That way you can start trying to grab some gear. And then once we grab as much as we can, we're going to try to just leave through one of these evac zones. Also, I think they're what, called anthrons? Okay, let's hope you don't have enough range to steal our guy. Yeah, Arthron. So these are the ones we've already been seeing. But later, these guys will get quite a bit beefier. Ooh, you're gonna hit us, aren't you? Yeah. Ouch. But we may have switched out your legs, but you still are... Okay, yeah, see, so that giving him the sniper stuff has increased his aim quite a bit. Oh, wow, you will tank that much damage. Are you kidding? You are a beefy man. Good lord. Okay.
I'm prepared.
You can't see anything. That is because our teammates are in the way. is slightly annoying. Okay, let's scoot over and see if you can't take something out. Oh, there we go. We're gonna take this shot. Hopefully you'll hit the head. Okay, perfect.
Hostile injured but alive.
So, yeah, we already kind of talked about how disabling things work. Now, I don't remember... Yeah, they can't be restored. So, yeah, so if you lose an arm, you can heal up the hit points, but you will not get that limb back. So, for example, if you lose an arm in a fight, you will not be able to use it for the rest of the combat. So, it's good to not get that happen. Also, I want to show you something here. So, let's wait for him to do it again. Oh, wait. Right there. So you see, in his animation, he ducked down, and he's quite a bit harder to hit. But now he's standing up, and he's a lot more revealed. Now, if I really want to wait, during that animation, there was a time where he stands up right there. So right there, he lunges forward, and the majority of his body's out. So there actually is some merit to waiting for them to do certain things. But we are going to take... Oh, wow, we missed... a lot. We missed a tremendous amount. That sucks. Okay, we're gonna shoot again and hopefully get the kill here. Okay, there we go. Where is... Okay, are you capable of killing anything this turn? Maybe.
Already there.
Let's get you in here, see what you can do. Not confident in your ability to kill. Actually... Perfect. Actually, I underestimated you. We hit a lot harder than I was expecting. Alright, let's have Jacob come up here and kill this mine fragger. I don't want it alive. It's kind of a waste to use our rifle for this, but killing a mine fragger with anything is never a waste.
Ready for action.
As long as the mine fragger's dead, it's a good day. I'm a little worried here, but I think this will hopefully... Perfect. Alright, there we go. And you should have enough actions to grab this gear. Perfect. Okay, you don't have any more actions. I think we are... Yeah, that's that. So, the problem with this mission type is that enemies are going to be constantly spawning. So, we can't just clear the map and call it good, grab our loot and leave. We have to grab our loot as fast as we can and get out. Because, like I said, we are going to run out of ammo eventually. Unlike XCOM, we can't just reload and call it good. Like, we will run out of ammo. So we have to be very mindful of that. I want someone to go up here, and I think that someone's going to be you. So you're going to jetpack over to here. And grab this. Okay, yeah, so here's another thing. You may have seen it already. It's the will point zone. Going in here will give you guys, or I think your whole squad. The zone with one of your operas will restore points to the entire squad. Okay, yeah. So entering a will point zone will Entering a will point zone will give back will points to your entire squad. And I haven't really explained will points, so let me talk about that now. First, we will go ahead and... Ooh, we're going to over-encumber for this, but... we're gonna leave ammo behind. It's fine. So let me give an example. So using dash, the ability we unlocked earlier, so like running gun, for example, in XCOM, if we use dash, it's going to cost 3 will points. This character has 11 will points. So the lower will points you have, the more likely you are. I think you can panic when people take injuries, but also there's like mental effects like mind control and stuff later in the game, and the lower your will points, the easier it is for the target to mind control you. So there's like a give and take. You want to make sure you aren't using up all of your will points to use abilities, but you do want to use your will points to actually acquire the gear. Now, I'm not seeing... Oh, here it is. I think... Is that it? Is that the last resource pack?
Moving in quick.
We're gonna move up here. You think that'll be fine? And this is showing us that there will be... Oh, no, there is an enemy already. Okay. And we're just going to move on up. I think this is the last resource crate, so we can grab this and get out. Now, granted, we're going to have to do that next turn, because we don't have the time to do that. But what we can do is have him... yeah, movement penalty. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have him... I think we will have you grab the rest of the stuff next turn and then jetpack to a teammate and offload the loot to somebody else. I think we're going to have you just kind of stay here for now. Yeah, you can't see that guy, and it's probably not worth moving you up here just to have you run away again. Actually, we could maybe drop down to this evac zone, so maybe we can move you up just to have you help cover everything. And you already grabbed this. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can move forward, I guess. Oh, no, you have, like, no points left. Alright, yeah, we'll just end our turn. So thankfully we're early enough in the game that nothing has ranged options. So we don't have to worry too much about what's going on here. Yeah, I think I am going to grab this stuff. We're going to leave the pistol ammo, but that's fine. And then we're going to just jetpack as far over here as we can. So you're out of actions, and that's fine. How many will points do you have? You have 7, so yeah, you're still doing pretty good. We are going to come up here, which is going to move through a will point zone, so it won't even matter that we use will points to jetpack. And next turn, you'll be able to take a shot. Now, technically, we could shoot with our pistol. If this was XCOM, I actually would do that. I really thought about it, but no, that's probably not a good idea right now. Like I said, ammo is currency, so we don't want to do that. Okay, so we have all the loot. We dropped a pistol magazine, but I don't care about that. So let's start moving towards evac. So this one was pretty easy. Oh yeah, we'll evac you. Yeah, this one was pretty straightforward. Not too many difficult enemies. Only a couple enemies. But later in the game, it gets a lot harder, and these missions take a lot longer. But for now, this should be a quick and easy mission. And you're gonna chill up here, because I do want you to shoot that guy. Actually, is there any value to it? I don't know, we'll find out. If I can shoot you, I'm going to. Ooh, but you moved into cover. You have line of sight? You have line of sight on something else entirely. That's not what I want to shoot. Unfortunate. Alright, we're gonna... Can you jetpack to any of these evac zones? Ooh, not quite. Because of our huge mobility reduction, I don't know if we can actually make it... Oh, wait, there we go. Perfect. Yes. Alright. You know, instead of shooting anything, I think we're just gonna dip. Yeah, let's just get out of here. I'm glad they don't take fall damage in this game. That'd be very annoying. Alright. I think that was a pretty effective first mission. Technically, we had our tutorial missions, but you know what I mean. Alright, tons of levels up. Alright, and we recovered some stuff and some resources. Very cool. Alright. So we have some upgrades to look at and some resources. But I think we will go ahead and do that next episode. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.